I have some questions for you guys about my application for the employment authorization.
Yeah.
I did apply on December 4th of last year, but I was reviewing the form like 2 days ago, and I noticed that a mistake when I was supposed to submit my passport information, because actually I have two. Instead of putting the expired one information, I did put the new one that I have.
This is on your employment authorization document renewal. You put the wrong information?
Yes.
Either they'll, most likely, I mean, I can't tell you 100%, but most likely they'll probably send you what's called an RFE, which is a request for further evidence to explain why the information that you put on your application doesn't jive with the information that they have in the computer, or they just may outright deny you and you'll have to refile again, one or the other.
But when I have to submit the papers, I remember that I did send both of my passport pictures.
So maybe they'll realize it and just correct it for you. That's also possible. You don't know. You have to see what happens. One way or the other, you'll get a work permit. You may have delayed yourself, but one way or the other, you'll get a work permit.
So I was wondering about the process time. They start counting about the time after the I-130 is approved, or it's just from the date you submitted your documents? You
are applying for a work permit based on what?
The marriage.
To a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
It is not from the time that I went, it's from the time that you file your adjustment application. If you have not filed an adjustment application, you're not entitled to a work permit. If you have an adjustment pending, you file the I-765, it takes 6 months from that time.
I had the interview like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, so I was wondering, because they told me like to wait until 120 days before making a status increase. I don't know why they... Because
after you have an interview, and if you've watched Bradshaw Live, and much of the Brad Squad will tell you this, they have 120 days under law to make a decision. If you haven't got a decision in 120 days, we sue the government. Mandamus. Mandamus. That's basically it. By law, 120 days to make a decision. So hold strong and let's see what happens, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome.